Tell me this, honestly. Where is that man with the umbrella that's always around Diddy? Honey, they are saying they are lovers, secret lovers. Do y'all believe that? Now, mind you, that man with the umbrella, he's married now with a whole woman and family. He lives a different life, and he don't want nothing to do with this case. But girl, they're bringing him up. He know a lot of stuff. They bringing him up. So, honey, I came across this video and they talks about that dude, Alfonso, whatever Bentley. Honey, they are talking. And I said, ooh, we've been waiting to hear more stuff about him, right? So I know y'all will want to hear this, what they got to say. I had to bring this to y'all because I know what y'all want. Y'all want to know what they're saying about that man and what information he has about Diddy because we know he knows a lot. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here. Check this video out. Leave comments below because I'm dying to see what you guys have to say about this. All right, let's react.
Oh, but yeah, with Puffy, of course, I think he gay. I think everybody around him gay, and I think you don't get to stay around him unless you've proven.
Started working at a job in hip hop. You get a nickname.
Who gave you the nickname?
Tony De Niro. Actually, Puff's boy did.
The long-awaited trial for embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs kicked off Monday, starting with jury selection and some surprisingly familiar names.
Y'all remember Fonzworth Bentley, the soft-spoken dude always holding Diddy's umbrella like a loyal butler? Well, guess what? He's now catching the jury's attention in Diddy's explosive case.
I don't know if he would say anything because he probably signed the ND, a non-disclosure, and he don't want to say anything against Puff anyway.
First, it was big names like Michael B. Jordan getting mentioned. Now, Fonzworth's name is floating around too.
And they look at him and because what man is carrying another man's umbrella, right? It look gay.
And people are starting to wonder, what does he know that could blow this whole thing wide open? Was he just Diddy's assistant or something way more intimate? Let's get into it. So we already knew Diddy was out here, wildin' with those freak-off parties, right? But turns out, it wasn't just random hookups with women. He was actually getting into full-on relationships with men too. Now, we all heard the rumors about him messing around with dudes before, but nobody really thought he was dating them or taking them on luxury vacations. That is, until Freddy P came through spilling all the tea. He dropped a bomb about Diddy having a thing with his ex-assistant, Fonzworth Bentley. Freddy even claimed Diddy turned Fonzworth out.
You're not like that. Puffy don't have a friend. Puffy didn't grow up with nobody. He don't love nobody. You deserve it, Daddy.
Word is, Fonzworth eventually dipped and ghosted Diddy for years, never said a thing publicly. Until recently, when he popped back up after getting arrested. And here's the messy part. People are saying Fonzworth wasn't the only one. Allegedly, Diddy pulled the same move with YK Osiris and Meek Mill. Basically, Diddy's been getting exposed left and right lately, not just for his infamous freak-offs, but also for allegedly turning out dudes in the industry and pressuring them into doing things they weren't even into like that. Freddy P recently sat down with the Art of Dialogue and didn't hold anything back. He started spilling serious tea about Diddy's alleged boyfriend. And according to him, word was out that Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley were actually in a relationship. Like, not just friends or co-workers, but doing the most type relationship.
Because y'all share beds together. They don't care that we know no more. It's choose, Nick. They get the same attitudes that women get.
Freddy said he used to see Diddy straight up disrespecting Fonzworth all the time. At first, he couldn't figure out why Fonzworth was just taking it. But then it hit him. Diddy was smashing him on the low. According to Freddy, Diddy doesn't have real love for anybody. He said everyone around Diddy is either someone he's sleeping with or someone he's got dirt on, so they're basically stuck.
Why it's dirty? Whatever you do and he found out you do, he can allow you around him.
Now, yeah, Freddy might have sounded a little wild in the interview, but a lot of folks felt like he was actually making some valid points, especially since there have been rumors for years that Diddy turned Fonzworth out and then blackmailed him into staying quiet. And for those who don't know who Fonzworth is, he rapped a little. but he's mostly known as Diddy's umbrella-holding assistant back in the early 2000s. Diddy hired him as a stylist at first because he needed help rebranding after that whole club incident with Jennifer Lopez and Shine. But it wasn't long before Fonzworth basically became his full-time assistant and sidekick.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Concubine, master.
They were everywhere together. Fonzworth was Diddy's +1 for everything, and there were even rumors flying around that Diddy was clapping those cheeks. Y'all remember that infamous photo of Fonzworth holding an umbrella over Diddy at the beach? Yeah, that one. And fun fact, it was actually Diddy and his crew who gave him the name Fonzworth Bentley. He was so tight with the group, they felt like he needed a flashy name to make it official.
I was there when Fonzworth Bentley got his actual name. How they came up with the name and everything. We were sitting in front of the apartment building on 74th and Park Avenue.
Even though folks mostly saw him as Diddy's servant, Fonzworth had his own dreams too. He eventually quit working for Diddy and tried to get into music himself. So back in 2003, Fonzworth actually landed a spot on Diddy's MTV reality show, Making the Band. But right after filming wrapped, he dipped. He quit and started taking his own career real serious. He didn't waste time either. He landed a book deal and dropped a whole New York Times bestseller called Advance Your Swagger: How to Use Manners, Confidence, and Style to Get Ahead. Then a few years later, he got his own MTV show called From G's to Gents, where he tried to turn rough dudes into polished gentlemen. The show ran for 2 seasons before getting canceled in 2009. But Fonzworth didn't let that slow him down. 2 years later, he pivoted to music and actually found some success. He dropped his debut album, Ciolo Urasis, and not long after that, he linked up with Kanye West. By 2013, he had songwriting credits on Kanye's Yeezus album. Tracks like On Sight, Black Skinhead, I Am a God, and Hold My Liquor. Then, in 2016, he was back working with Kanye on The Life of Pablo, this time with producer credits on Ultralight Beam. Now, here's the part that has people side-eyeing everything. Even though Fonzworth was practically glued to Diddy back in the day, and that whole assistant umbrella thing gave him tons of publicity, he never spoke about Diddy after quitting. Not once. People think that's because Diddy traumatized him and maybe tried to pull him into some seriously freaky messed up stuff. Honestly, that seems to be the pattern with any dude who gets too close to Diddy. And Freddy P basically confirmed that in his interview, saying it wasn't just a business relationship, there was definitely some freaky activity between Diddy and Fonzworth.
I think Fonzo was his little girlfriend at one time, because you have to see how they was conducting themselves. I don't want to say that about Benny, because Benny got kids and shit.
And get this, Diddy didn't stop with Fonzworth. Word is, he pulled the same moves on others in the industry too. Meek Mill and YK Osiris are both rumored to have gone through the Diddy experience. Y'all remember that sus video of Meek Mill chilling in the pool, looking like he just finished a freak-off session and needed to cool his cheeks down?
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
The timing of it was wild, because right before that video started circulating, Meek and Usher were both named in a lawsuit where a music producer, Lil Rod, allegedly called them out as Diddy's personal boy toys. The streets have not been quiet since. And it doesn't stop there. It gets even messier. A man claiming to be Diddy's ex-bodyguard came forward and leaked an audio recording that he says caught Meek Mill getting pounded by Diddy during one of those infamous freak-off parties.
Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly.
This same tape supposedly tied into Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy. In that lawsuit, Lil Rod dropped some slick descriptions. He didn't name names directly, but he exposed both Meek and Usher. He referred to them as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, and a male R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Like, who else could that be? At the time, Usher had just wrapped up his Vegas run and performed at the Super Bowl. And Meek? He's the only Philly rapper who publicly dated Nicki Minaj. It wasn't hard for people to connect the dots. Now back to the bodyguard. He didn't just leak the tape. He also made a video explaining exactly how it went down. According to him, he recorded the audio during one of Diddy's private freak-off parties at his house. But honestly, that audio didn't help Meek's case at all. If anything, people took it as confirmation that Meek was really out here letting Diddy have his way. That pool video started making even more sense in hindsight. And guess who else was accused of being one of Diddy's lil boyfriends? YK Osiris.
YK Osiris, when you Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy.
Oh,
right?
wait, so this is...
So all this Diddy YK Osiris talk really started heating up back in 2020, when people caught the two of them vacationing together in Jamaica. And listen, YK wasn't exactly being low-key about it either. He posted a shirtless pic of Diddy chilling in a pool on his IG story, with prayer hands emojis, like he was literally out here worshiping the man or something. But it gets even more suspicious. YK then posted a pic of himself lying down completely naked. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, YK's baby mama stepped in and lit the whole thing on fire. People were asking her if she and YK were still together after the Diddy rumors hit, and she was like, "Stop asking me what happened with my baby daddy. I caught him with a man, okay?" But hold up, the feds are in this too. Yup, they've been going hard on Diddy, and now they're bringing in actual male S-workers who allegedly got caught up in these freak-offs. According to TMZ, one of them even handed over a tape of a freak-off session with Diddy and an unnamed woman. Apparently, this all went down in 2003 when Diddy allegedly flew the man out from Atlanta to Miami. When the guy got there, Diddy reportedly whipped out a camera and recorded him doing stuff with the woman. And yes, this dude gave prosecutors all the details, including what kind of drugs were involved. He even signed a deal so he wouldn't get charged himself. So now everybody's sitting here wondering, what else is about to come out? That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, good